Sometimes I hear people say there is no good music ever coming out these days. And what I say to that, you're dead wrong. There's so much amazing artists that are coming out every single month, it feels like. And today we're going to talk about two of them, Jid and Saba. But keeping in the spirit of the competitive nature of hip hop, I'm going to put these two artists together in a head-to-head battle to find out who I think is the better artist. What is good, guys? This is Not Enough Hip-Hop, where I break down everything there is to talk about in the genre from my perspective. So if that sounds interesting to you, please subscribe. So the reason I decided to put these guys head-to-head in this battle is because they've been in the game for around the same amount of time. They both have 2 albums out, and they also both started touring together, so that was the main impetus for this video. For those of you who don't know, Jid is a rapper who hails from Atlanta, Georgia, who's signed to J. Cole's Dreamville. He released his debut album, The Never Story, which was received pretty well, and on top of that, he has dropped DiCaprio 2, which is his sophomore album, which was also received well. And then we have Saba. Saba is an artist who's coming out of Chicago. Damn, Chicago has so many incredible artists coming out right now. Really awesome. He really started getting his buzz with his debut release, The Bucket List Project, which also was received really well, which he then followed up with Care For Me. There are going to be 4 categories. We've got lyricism, production, content, and versatility. Just before we get started, this is my opinion. It's not influenced by album sales or anyone else's opinion. It's just my own. So if you disagree with me, feel free to talk to me in the comment section down below. Alright guys, enough with the intros. Let's jump into the first category, which is lyricism. Jid is a lyrical beast. He's one of the best out right now. His bars aren't the craziest in the world, but he makes up for it by switching his flow like 5 to 6 times in one song. He's just incredible. Also, he just doesn't rap fast. This is a habit he could easily fall into. However, Jid understands how to rap well no matter the cadence he's rapping at. Most artists that are as lyrical as Jid have a habit of over-rapping. What I mean by this is sometimes lyrical artists such as Jid will just do way too much when the song isn't calling for it. For example, Jid has a bunch of slow songs which he shows great restraint by matching the vibe of the song by not doing too much. Saba's no slouch in this category either. One of the things among many that makes Saba sound so unique is that he uses the flows of his contemporaries, but he just doesn't use them, he elevates them, like the A flow off of the West Side Theory.
And I'm from the part of the city that they don't be talking about. Hey, Austin, my grandmama's house. Hey, Madhouse on Madison, middle school graduate, could have been trafficking, but I would rather do better than my uncle had in my head to the sky like a Jazzy White backflip. Yeah, hey, West Side nigga go crazy.
This is awesome for people like me who love some of these flows from other artists, but literally everything about their song is garbage. So it's nice to hear this flow in a more refined, polished setting. I think the most impressive thing about Saba's lyricism is that he uses his flow as a tool for evoking so much emotion. It doesn't feel like he's rapping just to rap. It feels like his lyricism is just merely a tool for him to get out things that are weighing on his mental. For example, his flow on life adds to the mounting pressure building up throughout the song. I'm giving this round to Jid because he's so good lyrically and he's just the man of 1,000 flows. The next round is content. Jid's content is great in several songs, such as in Working Out and in All Bad. However, even the elite lyricists have to sacrifice something in order to maintain the crazy flows and the witty wordplay. And often, that is the content. I'm not saying Jid's content is trash, and he talks about nothing, but often at times he finds difficulty staying on topic. It does impact him negatively in this category. Saba is just one of the best storytellers in the game right now. Period, no questions asked. At times, it just sounds so natural. It almost sounds like a friend of yours just telling you a story that just happens to rhyme. He's also amazing at painting vivid pictures of what's going on around him in these stories, so you feel like you're right there with him. Just like the song Liquor Store. It makes you feel like you're in a car passing by all the buildings he's mentioning. This round I have to give to Saba. His content is incredible, and his storytelling really does give him a leg up in this category. So we're going on to the next round, which is production. Jid's beats aren't too generic. They vary from song to song, so it doesn't feel like you listen to one big song. And I do like the fact that his production isn't too in your face. This allows Jid to really shine and puts him central stage with his lyricism and his wordplay. Whereas if he had really busy production, there could be too much going on. However, it does feel a little run-of-the-mill at times. Saba has very lush, jazzy production that varies in mood. If you need an example, just listen to carefully. It really feels like Saba's production and lyrics are made together because they really fit so well together. Live instrumentation will always have a certain richness that can't be found anywhere else. He also utilizes the beat switch, and that's something I love on any song. It really helps you feel like you're going on a journey with him, passing through different scenes of his life, and that production helps you along that journey. His production does an excellent job of evoking emotion, saying things that words just can't. His beats make you feel, and that's something I feel like is incredibly hard to do. When it comes to production, I have to give it to Saba again. His production is just so good with those jazzy beats. They really do speak to me. So, Saba 2, Jid 1. Let's see if Jid can tie up the last round with versatility. When you first hear Jid, you only expect one thing out of him really. But he really shows off his versatility with songs like All Bad, which are more slower tempo songs. So you realize he has more tools than you originally thought in his songwriting Swiss Army knife. He's done both sides pretty well when it comes to his more hype upbeat songs and then his more slow laid back songs. But he doesn't have much in the middle. His hype songs are so good, it makes his slow songs just look kind of bad in comparison. It's still a skill that he needs to fine tune a little bit more. One thing that he does have going for him is that his voice is super dynamic, which does keep things interesting from track to track. Since he's doing so many different flows and with different voices, you know you're going to get a different feeling on every single track. Saba has such a huge variety of songs for every single emotion and everything in between. No two songs really sound the same when it comes to the production or the flow. He always keeps it new and interesting. He also has a really solid singing voice, which gives him more tools to create the songs he wants to create. He often has so much emotion pouring out of him when he raps, whether it's a hype or sad song, you're just forced to take that journey with him. This one I have to give it to Saba just because he has hype songs, his slow songs, and he has his in-between songs. Combined with his singing voice, he really just has to take this round. Giving it 3-1, Saba wins the head-to-head, and I know it's gonna look like Saba just washed Jid. But one thing you gotta understand, in most of these categories, it was really splitting hairs, and it really could have gone either way. So don't see it as a winner and loser, see it as two new artists you get to listen to. Thank you guys for bearing with me. I've been gone for a while, but I hope you guys like the new setup. I hope you guys like the new editing style. I'm more switching things up for the channel. And also you can expect new videos every single week since I'm done school. I was gone for a minute, I had to focus on my studies, but now I have a little bit more free time to add to these videos to make these videos better and put out more content for you guys. Also, follow me on Twitter. A lot of the conversations I can't make into full videos I have there on Twitter, so please follow me there and I'll sure to tweet that back at you guys. That's it, the video's over, but just because the video's over doesn't mean the conversation is, so I'll be right there in the comment sections with you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.